What is going on, my fellow garbage men? It is I, the Biotrash Man, here today, and I want to talk to you guys about the Pirates Bay.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world.
So before we get into things, let me talk to you guys about the gameplay here. This is War Thunder, if you haven't figured that out already. I'm flying Russian planes in arcade mode because I just felt like getting this gameplay here. It's decent. It's not great, but it's decent. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you don't like the Russians, well, just wait for the next video because I'm not flying Russians in the next video. I'm flying British, so yippee-doo-doo-dah. Anyways, so let's get into the topic here about the Pirate Bay. Now, I'm sure many of you know what the Pirate Bay is. And if you don't, I'm about to tell you. So the Pirate Bay is one of the internet's most popular websites, and it's also the most popular torrent site. Do you know what a torrent is? Many of you probably know. Many of you probably might not know. Torrent is a way to download things illegally. So movies, games, software, music, you name it, they've got it. That's right, that music you downloaded as a 13-year-old on your cell phone is illegal, and now the FBI is going to come after you. Ha 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 ha. So I mean, that's just kind of a thing that we're doing. Oh man, I always like freaking people out with that back in 6th grade, 7th grade, I guess. And, hey, you're going to jail, son. And because everyone did it. Everyone did it. Anyway, so this is like piracy, but more than just music, because no one cares about music anymore. This is about the movies, games, and software. And recently, the Pirates Bay has been based out of Sweden forever. All the creators are Swedish and such. And recently, the PirateBay.se and PirateBay.se were taken down by an order from the Swedish government. Now, what happened was a new release of like 5 new websites with PirateBay.mn, or the PirateBay.mn, the PirateBay.gd, the PirateBay.ug, the PirateBay.la, the PirateBay.am, and the PirateBay.gs. All these are based out of another country now, and it's going to be significantly harder to take them down. And they also unveiled a new logo, which is their old one, but black. It also now has on top, it has all the new sites with a 4-headed Hydra. The reason for this is because if you guys haven't seen the new Captain America, or if you never watched Greek mythology like I did, then a Hydra is a mythical monster that if you cut the head off, 2 more will take its place. Now, the only way to kill the Hydra is to cut all the heads off at once, but we're not going to talk about that here because that would make Pirates Bay look bad, and I'm sure that was not their intention. So what it means, basically, is you can't stop us. That whenever you destroy one of us, 2 more are going to take its place. You can't just blow us up. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. And, so obviously that made people fairly unhappy. Many people in the Swedish area, in the Swedish government, were definitely unhappy, and many, many more in the entertainment industry were greatly unhappy. And so, I mean, it's kind of in a very rough area now, and I can't really explain how the new operation's being set up, because they're working through mirrors, which is something I do not have enough experience in to be talking about on air. But I can't talk to you guys about my opinions because I'm fairly fluent in my opinions. So let me give you some background on piracy before I give you my background on my opinions. Probably should have started with that. Anyways, piracy was created after the DMCA was signed into work and copyright infringement was officially a thing. Now we all know, I'm sure most of us know what the DMCA is, an act passed under the Clinton administration, I think. Yeah, Clinton. And basically it outlined what is copyright, what is an intellectual property, what does it mean to illegally access this, yada yada yada, all that. The big thing that makes my job here in YouTube unbearable, and the thing that makes it more unbearable for the people who actually do it for a job. So, yeah, it's kind of like, no. Anyways, because the DMCA was signed back in the 90s, it's out of date. It doesn't account for a lot of things. I know streaming, it's pretty gray on, because at the time no one streamed video. But now you can, and it's kind of just gray on what they're talking about. So I mean, it's iffy. And a lot of people don't like that, especially in the YouTube section. It's very iffy. Because I forget what they call it. I think translucent video? I don't know. Anyways, basically the thing saying Gaijin shouldn't be able to claim a copyright strike on this video because without my content, my commentary, the video is not the same. But they say they should because take away their content and the video's not the same. So it's not just directly ripping them off. It's, you know, a lot of it is what I do compared to what they do. So I mean, that's a whole different debate for another day. What are my views though on the Pirate Bay? Personally, I think piracy can do good. I think it can do a lot of good. I think, for example, if you live in a place like, if you want to do a very mild example of piracy in games media, you can do like Australia, which has some very heavy censorship laws. It has some very outrageous prices in video games, and yada yada yada, stuff like that. So what Torrentine allows it to do is games that were banned, like Hotline Miami 2, which many of you have heard of, which are banned in Australia. The creator, a couple fans asked him if it would be okay if they pirated it, and he said, yeah, go ahead. You know, I want you to play my game. I don't care where you are. If you're a fan, I want you to play it. Go right ahead. I'm not going to make money off you anyways. And, yeah, that kind of tells you about, you know, that's a very mild example, like, oh, you get to play your games. Hoo-doo-hoo-hoo. But it becomes a bigger issue internationally when you look at things like China, the Mideast, countries that have some very strict censorship laws or very iffy on the media you can see, especially China, and definitely things like Saudi Arabia and Iran, where the internet's under constant security, you know, monitoring. And so what that is I know a popular thing in China, you will see people torrent not just their games, not just their software. They'll also, you know, maybe get a documentary that's illegal. I know there's one about Nepal that is completely illegal because they refer to it as Nepal, and therefore that's bad because China is like, no, Nepal's not a country. Nepal is China. It's like, China, come on, dude, it's getting good. So I understand. I understand what they're doing, though. It's more like it. So, the Pirate Bay can help reach access to the areas of the world which are oppressed down with censorship laws and don't allow for free access to communication. Therefore, piracy can be a good thing because it can allow us to spread our, you know, your messages and our ideas and things a lot better. And I mean, this is kind of cool, and I wish there was a better way to do it, but there really isn't. Now, also another thing, a lot of people can't afford these things. Now, I know what people say, well, if you can't afford them, then you shouldn't steal them because that's a criminal thing. But you get a lot of people that are like, you know, especially in the area I live in now, a lot of people don't have computers. But if they do, a lot of times they do pirate tons of movies and TV shows just because it's cheap entertainment. I mean, it's... For those of you who don't know, I live in a fairly poor area. And so a lot of people don't have the money. I mean, the nearest theater is 30 minutes away. So when you talk about gas, because most people have trucks around here due to the fact that this is one of the most horrible road conditions in the world. I mean, besides like maybe Mongolia. But, you know, so you can't really go to the theater all too often. You know, buying games is about out of the question because consoles are super expensive. Now, a lot of people do buy them, don't get me wrong, because it's the cheapest form of legal entertainment. So, what do people normally resort to is drinking, because that is, you know, easy, cheap, and legal. But many more people, and it's becoming bigger as more people get computers and all this, they've turned to piracy. I know many people will pirate movies and TV shows as just as a way to do something because there's not much to do. And I know that sounds pretty petty, but maybe one day you guys will understand. So guys, I'm about out of time here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the BioTrashMan signing out.